the right note in Jobs for the Girls.
It's 4 hours until we start to sing in front of an audience of 9,000 people.
9,000 people in the audience and 75 people in the orchestra. It's probably the biggest audience we've ever performed to in our lives. I mean, live it is, isn't it?
Yes, oh yes,
oh,
quite
yes.
definitely.
And please don't forget your words, please. Probably more nervous than we'd be on the big night when one of the world's greatest sopranos, Dame Kiri Te Kanawa, invited us to give her a private performance in exchange for some tips.
More dreadful from each foreign stroke, more dreadful, dreadful from each foreign stroke, as the...
That's lucky when you do that.
It's not lucky because it means you've got to go back and start again.
You might as well get the giggles now, though.
Right. Yeah.
I think this is the best time. And then when it comes on the night, you'll be the true professionals you are, and you're going to get out and you're going to do it because you have to do it. Because everybody else they're going to say, well, what are they carrying on about? You know, I remember somebody once said to me, well, why are you nervous? I'm not. And that's the big thing. You think, well, they're not nervous. Just imagine it's after interval. Guess what they do in interval?
Oh, they have a little drinky.
They'll be fine.
Having listened to us singing our verses, is there certain parts that you think we should be working on more?
Well, when when you start, I think you already start this way. I think it's you punch it out. They want to hear the first bar. Still more majestic shalt thou rise.
Oh, it sounds
She's
so
good,
lovely.
isn't she?
Yeah,
You're good, I'll tell you.
And the verses are difficult, no matter what she said, because I know I started in April. I sang it on the 12th of September, and I started in April learning this.
Maybe we should leave it till next August.
Why did you start so soon? Because it just needs that length of time.
Because when the nerves move in, everything else goes out the door. It's just terrible what happens, and you go out and everyone's cheering and they're loving you and the applause, and you don't know when the orchestra's going to start, and then it starts up and you can't hear it, and you've got to be able to cut off from everything in order to be able to just start your verse. And I made myself remember one key word in each verse, and that was my solid rock. It's like in the very first verse, the azure main was such a strange word that I couldn't forget that one in the first verse. And then in my second verse, the majestic. In fact, you should sing each other's verses, and you would correct her, and she would correct you, because she's singing your verse and you're singing her verse. And you've both learnt it. So between the two of you, you're not going to miss out a single word, because someone will step in. And so if you want to hold each other's hand, there's nothing wrong with that, you know, because you'll give each other courage. And sometimes a squeeze is you've done well, you know, so you can encourage each other all the way along.
Stupid cow, why didn't you breathe?
But there's so many things that you can, you know, if holding each other is the way to do it, then do it, because you're a team.